Are we live? Are we alive? Yes, we are. Are we sick? Yeah, maybe a little bit. Um, Getting the stream fired up. We are going to watch some more recorded games. It's the last set I have in order to catch up. Just getting these games downloaded, and then we will get right into them, and then we will have lots of fun watching them. Similarly, if you watched yesterday, pretty much the same thing. We will cast/watch these recorded games and have a fantastic time doing so. It's the quarterfinals. Yeah, quarterfinals. I just need to find the folder to put these in. Games. Technology retold replays. Here we go. Over. And let's fire up Age of Mythology. Let me see. Was everything working right? My PC had an update. Sometimes that changes the settings a little bit. Looks like we're good. I need to update these screenshots so they're actually retold screenshots. I got water this time. That'll help. Good old AOM music. Do-do-do. And let us get started. Let's see. There we go. Velite versus Tsomp. I don't know if it's supposed to be Tsompboy or Tsompboy. Not exactly sure. Oh, shoot. These games are all... Hold on. I need to figure out these games here. Hello and welcome. Yet another recorded game cast of our games from the Athenian League. We are watching Velite and Tsompboy. I was kind of wondering, what is the correct pronunciation of Tsompboy? I feel like the T is probably almost silent. Doesn't really matter. It probably doesn't, but it's easier to say Tsompboy. So we've got Velite down here in this quarterfinal matchup in the blue color playing Zeus, game 1 on the Unknown. Velite, the number 1 seed coming into the playoffs. Tsompboy somewhere around 10th seed, maybe, somewhere like that. Technically probably 6 if you go by like rating. So not exactly as one-sided a matchup as it may first appear. Now let's get this thing out of the way. Just takes up too much space. And we're on the Unknown. Zeus versus Gaia on Unknown. So with the way this worked, Tsompboy would have picked his god first, knowing it was the Unknown, and then Velite would have responded. So Velite apparently thinking that Zeus plays well into Gaia. Kind of traditionally, Gaia... Why are these tooltips so big? Gaia, traditionally, like we talking old school AOM, struggles with myth units. So Zeus being a myth unit heavy god, maybe that struggle still exists. Look at the relics. Share a ballista and counter infantry do more damage. Not so great. And then this one, villagers return food on death. I'm gonna go on a rant. I hate these kind of things. Where basically the better you play, the less of an effect you get from something. Or conversely, the worse you play, the more value you get. It's just, I don't think it should be like that. It shouldn't reward that. Because, yeah, why would you lose villagers so you get resources back? That's just, I don't like it. What does the map look like here? Oh, they're kind of in a foresty glen, I guess you could say, locked off from the rest of the world with this expanse of trees. We do have some pretty forward second town centers here. Otherwise, the other ones are kind of back, and they also have a pretty safe back gold mine as well. So you could potentially see a quick town center grab. However, no safe hunt. Though you do, of course, get the gobs and gobs of berries / pumpkins and chickens that Retold gives you every game. Again, another preference. I wish there was not so much of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's just too much food in the base. But, well. Oh, I'm supposed to fast forward the beginning to get to the action quicker. Hero getting on. Always nice to kill the heroes as quickly as possible. I actually would almost think it's worth it as soon as you find a villager in Archaic or a Oracle in Archaic Age just to bolt it. Could get on these hills, maybe. Just scouting around. We do see Athena from our Greek player, and then Oceanus from the Gaia. So a little bit of healing. Defensive. Ooh, a little too far forward this building, though. Gonna lose it. You know, not really any reason to build it there. Wow, we're just gonna heroize that thing instead of pulling this one over. Like that building could have gone up if he just would have sent over his 2 hero citizens instead. Because the hero citizens actually do a ton of damage to myth units. So really should have just sent these 2 hero citizens over and could have fought the Minotaur away and then built the building back up. We see, the bolt is what we see on the Caladria. But Tsompboy does get information that he's going to face. We kind of traditionally call this the 1-1-1, which is 1 military academy, 1 stable, 1 archery range to get kind of that perfect mix of units. Though the units are, okay, here they are coming forward here. We have the upgraded towers that don't do a whole lot of damage, but we'll retreat anyway for some reason. There's a Hippicon up here. Yeah, kind of some. If you're Velite here, you have some decisions to make. Do you push here, or do you push through here where there is a hole next to the gold mine? And either, I guess, is fine. He just got to pick one. He's being a little more. Being a little more, I guess, passive than I would think he would see from a Greek player at this point. And oh wow, this I would not recommend. This is too far forward. You're not going to get that. Because, yeah, Velite would beat this army right now. There's not a whole lot there. So the question is, where does he want to push? Should be pushing somewhere. Does have the 12-13 favor. Could be making another Minotaur soon, maybe. I'm coming over here to make sure that these dwarves aren't getting gathered from, it looks like. Kind of a slow start. I thought we would see a little more aggression here early. Very much love to see another Minotaur soon. So don't they cost gold now? Yeah. So that isn't really, you know, you don't have the food problems that you might have used to have trying to do that. Where are these guys going? Lots of boar on the map, though. Okay, now that you see all of this army here, you should come up and attack here. Velite's being, yeah, just way too passive. And now he kind of lost his window because this defending army should be down here by now. Yeah, this is weird. Uh-oh. Not good movement. Oh, okay. Get the hero in on the... Come on, you gotta get the hero in on this. Nice restoration to come in. As long as the Toxotes keep shooting at the infantry, should be really good. Oh, there we go. Yeah, really good fight for Velite. Hard to fight the restoration. Nice to force it out, but I feel like as soon as the restoration came out, Tsompboy should have just retreated. He took too many losses there, and now it's going to be hard to kind of overcome the military deficit that he's at. Got a Minotaur. Fleet's a little bit behind in villagers. I think he's had some idle town center time. A little bit here. Oh, what relic did we just pick up? Oh, the small trickle of gold. Why not? Just fight. Yeah. Tsompboy's just way behind in military. Velite's taking his time here. Just push. What was this one? Oh, okay, that one. Man, this is... I wouldn't be able to sit back like this. This is just too passive for me. What is he getting? Pegasus out, another Minotaur. Trying to get medium range soldiers. We're getting some eco upgrades over for the Gaia player. And just kind of sitting around still. He may be looking for the timing to fight on the gold mine up there. How much gold does Tsompboy have left in his? We've got about 700 gold and decreasing quickly. Not even on these food. It's actually switched to pigs and farms now. Oh, that's a few villagers over here, though. Raiding with some Terma. It's a little bit risky here. 5.5 speed against 5.5. Oh, they're gonna get out of there. Honestly, only loses one. It's not terrible, but here comes the Minotaurs. Gonna have a hard time with the Minotaurs, just one hero. This pressure could now be coming up on this gold mine, but he's just gonna come right through the heart of the military here. Terma trying to get on the Toxotes, but they're being chased by the Hippocon. Yeah, the Terma will go down, and now there's really nothing to kill the Toxotes. And they will just keep firing away. I would have been tempted to keep fighting there. But every unit he kills as far as reinforcements is a unit that Tsompboy is going to have a hard time replacing as soon as this gold mine's out. Because once Velite sees that this gold mine's out, he has line of sight on this, yeah. And in fact, he's already coming up here, kind of anticipating. Yeah, 11 minutes, this is about when the gold mine is going to be running out. And he comes up here now. And yeah, this is the only gold mine to get at. See a big fight, though. It's not enough. Not enough Terma. These Toxotes are in the back, just firing away to their heart's content. And I think we're gonna see Tsompboy just getting gold blocked. Yeah, now the gold is out. And where does he go? There's a gold mine here. Gold mine here. Without gold. Tsompboy already well behind in military. There's just nothing he can do. I think he's hoping he can sneak over and get on the gold this way. You know, as a Greek player, I kind of have a hard time with... Oh, he's going to come this way. Mass automaton here. Could maybe have tried that as Tsompboy, is get some more oracles out and do like some more automaton play, maybe. Because this just, I don't know, it wasn't close to working. And yeah, this Pegasus will spot those villagers coming over. It will promptly run. This Hippocon sees these over here. Oh, what is this upgrade? Bite of the Shark. And we're almost up. If he goes up Apollo, oh man, like if you go up Apollo, you could just flip from back from each side. The Hippocon come down and we'll probably kill this citizen. Yeah. Nice pick there. I anticipate Velite's probably coming up to the top mine. Took a little bit too long to get up to the top mine. But he's coming, then we'll have bronze. Some upgrades here. Get more units ready. Might as well just use bronze here. There we go. The armor just is insane. What does it go to? 53 and 58. Man, that's huge. Bronze is so good. Yeah, doesn't need to go in too far. Just sit on the gold mines and he's fine. Let's fight. Fight. Another restoration. This guy's crazy. Guess that's what they were saving up all the favor for. Yeah, just go in. Get your heavy hoplites. It was a little bit more passive than I would have liked, but really a pretty clean game from Velite. But he just, I mean, there was never any pressure on him. So, hard to make mistakes when you just don't get pressured at all. Tsompboy had good economy, as Gaia would normally have, but just took that bad early fight against Resto, where probably just as soon as Resto gets cast, just get out of there. And then try to figure out a way to protect this gold mine so that Velite can't just run up there and get it. So well done by Velite, though, as we give Velite point. Game 1. Go into game 2. So yeah, I'm not familiar at all with Tsompboy. I do know Velite here. He switched over to Isis. Velite, and a pretty old age mythology player. Not the oldest of players, but we're talking at least 10 years at this point. Probably closer to 15, if not maybe a little bit longer. So played a lot of the old school AOM. Was a pretty talented player back then. Was a top tier player. You know, maybe not like the best 5. You know, he kind of generally, throughout the history of AOM, you've always kind of had like 3 or 4 or 5 that are just a step above everybody else, and then you have like kind of a second tier of experts. And I would say that Velite was kind of in that very close to first tier, but not quite second tier of experts. Don't know if he ever won any 1v1 tournaments. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but that doesn't mean he didn't. So pretty good player. His opponent up on the right side of the map in red is Tsompboy as Hades getting the early Vault of Erebus. Not familiar with Tsompboy. I don't know if he was an old player or a player that played AOM, before Retold came out or what. But pretty decent. Pretty decent player here as we are on the cliffs of Alfheim. It's an interesting build, getting Vaults of Erebus early on in the game. It's not a cheap technology. 200 wood, 15 favor, but you get 2 gold a second. Comes up to 120 gold a minute. It's not bad. I mean, it's essentially, I don't know, Boyd would know. He's got all the stuff. It's more than 2 villagers at this point. And of course, it's technically free gold. It creates gold out of nowhere, so less chance of getting gold starved at your second gold mine. Do see a fairly standard early town center by our man Tsompboy. Velite also getting a town center. Pretty good one for him. It protects a gold mine here. Oh, this is a good relic for more villager hit points. And also some nice proxy food here. Deer and berries. Relic right in the middle. Infantry have better hack armor. And then myth units use their specials more often. Can be good depending on your myth unit. And as we slow the game speed down back to normal speed, got some barracks coming out, which is a bit peculiar. Don't know what Velite would have the hopes of pressuring. Could have managed that attack on the villager a little bit better. Pushed it this way initially. Probably got a kill. Trying to get into the base with an Anubite. Get on the hero. He's trying to drop off a relic. There is the Minotaur. Hope you want to get all your spears on the hero, though. And we do have a restoration, so as long as Velite Tsompboy doesn't lose his units, he's doing okay here. Just doesn't want to lose them. He's also doesn't want to use the Sentinels quite yet. So we see a armory and a market. So I kind of like, actually, I see what Velite's doing here, where he came forward with just a little bit of an army to make Tsompboy think that maybe Velite is going heavy classical army, which will maybe make Tsompboy maybe not play quite the way that he should or would be best. Looks like he's lost his scout, though he does have Achilles. Should scout with Achilles to see what's going on. So he's kind of playing blind right now, where he really has no idea what Velite's doing. And like an early Ancestors Eclipse hit. Well, I guess he doesn't have Eclipse, does he? So maybe not so great, but could use Ancestors on the base, maybe. Get on these berries here. Kind of a similar good second town center from Tsompboy as well. Safe back gold mine. Spears trying to get him, and these spears will tell Velite that Tsompboy has these units. Nice job by Velite to see these units immediately, and won't even lose a unit on the way out. Fleet is aging up soon. Holy smokes, 14 cows. It's pickaxe and husbandry. Going a little too far is Tsompboy here. He doesn't want to lose any of his units before he gets restoration off. Might lose the Minotaur. Nope, not quite. Fleet aging up with Sobek. So we've got Anubis, Sobek. 2-3 monuments. Does he have the upgrade? He does. So we're going to see probably a crocodile spam here, is my guess. Already has a 92 favor. We've got pickaxe and prosperity, which will give him plenty of gold for all of the heroes that he could ever want or dream of. And what are we going to see? Like maybe these villagers moving to wood? And then like a chariot archer croc spam? You can see that happening. And then just do like a big push over into here. Oh, Velite. Put them on wood. Let's put them on wood. What is he getting here? Serpent spear. Crocodilopolis. Was that a real term? Crocodilopolis. Can we say it? Crocodilopolis. 6 more range. That's almost makes them untouchable. Especially with like a meat shield. And now we've got 4 crocs queued up. Interesting to go into spears, but then also build a migdol. And then build a second migdol. But also aging up.
Prostagma.
First line of eco upgrades.
Prostagma.
Ooh, yeah, I would like to get this obelisk out. Kill it. Don't want it sitting there. Would like to see a little bit more walling from Tsompboy, just to take a little bit more of the map. Because you always got to be a little bit worried about chariot archer raids. So, you know, you certainly would want to wall this off. And then, I mean, even you could go up here and wall all the way up here. A war elephant. There are so many crocodiles here.
Into you.
Gotta be careful. This is a slow army, and he is maybe out of position. Okay, we've got the snakes, we've got the locust, we've got restoration. Locust kind of whiffs right through the middle. Gotta get somebody on Ajax, so this is a ton of crocodile damage that's just being wasted. But now there's no more front line for the archers, and these crocs, well, will just... As soon as they pop out, they just get shot to death by these crocodiles. Tsompboy can't fight this unless he has all of his heroes out, and he can't send his heroes out one at a time. Just shows up just to die. I love seeing all these crocs. Let's get some more out. We want more. More crocodiles. Keep fighting though.
In wedge.
Got the upper hand as far as military. Where's the underworld? Okay, alright, alright. Get a little pressure in. Would have liked to have seen him place it a little more aggressive, because in the end he doesn't even kill a single one. Kills one villager. Causes idle time, but would have liked to have seen him do a little bit more damage with that, and now the siege is going to come rolling over. I think, though, against an immobile army like this, you've got to use it all the way in the back somewhere. So now the underworld's just gone like that. Oh, what does Tsompboy do? Getting some hoplite relics, a bunch of eco upgrades. There's a lot of units in queue. He's just stuck at 190 at 190 pop. And not pushing up here. Yeah, Velite's just being too passive. He has an army that would kill this, but he's sitting back too much. He's way up here now. Just push. Or defend. I mean, you got to do one or the other now, I guess. If I were Velite, I'd just push here. I would just push onto this town center. Because this army, I mean, he kills a Migdal, but where's it really going to go from here? And yeah, that looks like that is what Velite's going to do, but the siege needs to be up here. Would like to see maybe there is some, like, siege workshops in the Fog of War. Here comes the army, moving over. And restoration, there is Sentinels. We have, what, one hero here? Just dies so quickly. There's no front line for these units. But no heroes, so these crocodiles will live forever. Chariots are almost all dead. And the reinforcements just keep coming right here and getting killed. But you just can't kill the crocs. They just kill everything. Alright, but now you've only got crocs left, so you gotta get out of here. Not a huge fan of how Velite had his, like, units set up there. Also needed a wall to retreat through. I talked about this a little bit yesterday, where it's always important to have, like, a retreat path. And in the end loses quite a few Patsuchos on the way out. The chariots are just getting blasted too. This is looking good for Tsompboy. He's kind of had a nice little counter punch here. Got 2 Patsuchos left. Chiron gets whacked by the villagers. And attack held, I suppose. For now. But Velite has more units, and in the end, army count's about the same. Oh man, we've got some vills down here that need not be down here. Kind of something that, again, you just wall this up as Velite, and would prevent these sneaks from coming out. Still plenty of gold, though.
You need to.
Second line of eco upgrades, Velite's a little bit behind with just the first. Now comes the wall. Kind of needed that wall already. Almost at full pop for villagers. Does Tsompboy have fortified town centers? Okay, he does. That's why he's only 10 pop behind. Oh, nice little push here into this gold mine. Keep them idle. Nice. Gonna be an important fight here. If Velite can maybe keep this from going up. I don't like the spearmen here, though. The spearmen aren't really accomplishing anything. Okay, we've got another locust. Really nice locust. These units have just moved right into it. Did a lot of damage there. But there's nothing to really kill the hoplites. Like, it could be better if these were just axemen instead of spears. Yeah, these peltasts are just getting in on the chariots. And in the end, yeah, Velite took the worst of that fight, even with a really nice locust there. Right, yeah, so he needs the axemen. The spears here just are kind of an odd unit to be making because there's no cavalry, and there hasn't been a cavalry all game. No, what do they call those? The Hippicon, Hippias? Not a single one. So it's kind of like he thinks, well, I got the Serpent Spear upgrade. I should be making spearmen, but they aren't the right thing to do. Because you've kind of, in a way, you have some similar army compositions here, where you have a front line that's supposed to be defending your heavy back line of archers, but Velite's front line just isn't working. So then the archers are just getting picked off. Are they the meta? Probably. I think so. So yeah, I would agree. You should be expecting it, or by this point, certainly should be expecting it. We've got almost a 3 hit point Minotaur. Just kill it. Oh, and it gets restored too. Oh, you gotta kill those high value units when you have a chance. Yeah, I don't think Velite can match now. I mean, you've got the Hades army is so strong. Velite's window of opportunity was just, it was much earlier than when he attacked. He took too long to attack. He had the advantage early and just kind of sat back too long, and then just took a little bit of an awkward fight as the game's over. Lost his massive Petsuchos and then just couldn't recover after that. And then, yeah, just the training of the spearmen into, and just the spearmen didn't do anything. Needed axemen to try to clear out this front line a little bit faster. These are all recorded gains from the previous weekend, so they are not live. I am doing a recorded gamecast of a quarterfinal in the Athenian League. So, yeah, I mean, we could talk about the mistakes by Velite, but Tsompboy did a pretty good job. I wasn't a big fan of how he threw. He didn't get anything out of Underworld, but he did some nice counter attacks into Velite, and didn't panic when he saw the masses of Petsuchos, because there's a world where the Petsucho spam just gets too big, and then the 3 heroes can't do anything. And I thought Velite was kind of on the edge of that unkillable spot there, but took a bad fight, lost pretty much all of his Petsuchos. That was maybe this fight, I think, where just all the Petsuchos died. Yeah. And they just kept dying, and he ended up with like 1 left. So, well played to Red. Really nice economy too, behind the scenes. Kind of way ahead there for most of the game. And we will move on to game number 3, which would be Velite's home map. Since Velite lost, so now it's his home map, and we've got the classic Velite Uranos. And then Tsompboy responding with a Zeus. Well, technically it would have been Tsompboy doing Zeus first, and then Velite picking Uranos on Ghost Lake. Goes forward to get the goats, or hopefully get the goats on the ice. I would, maybe it's just me, but I see a lot of value in bolting the very first oracle you see. Really trying to find all these goats. Because you bolt the first oracle, which will likely get you more goats. Oh, way to kind of unknowingly pick those off. But yeah, he's got to protect these 5 on the way back to the base. Oh, he doesn't get it. He loses all 5 of them. Had to anticipate that and walk them back. This is a ton of food going over to Velite here. Really needed to guard those goats better. But yeah, Velite, historically, a very skilled Aranos player. So I don't know if maybe he's been playing other gods more often on Retold, but certainly there would be a familiarity with Aranos. Well, you know, I mean, there's probably enough changed in Retold that it's not quite the same, of course, but still probably pretty similar. Just there's some added utility in the sky passages, which I like to see. And what does Tsompboy do? Is he getting a town center? Or is he just making a long walk to these? Oh, he is getting a town center. I don't know if I would recommend this. Velite doesn't see it. He's very defensive with his oracles, doesn't want to lose them. Starting off with some catapeltes. A little bit worried about, I guess. What is he worried about? He saw Athena come in. And then manually heroizes these units. I don't know, would you expect Hippocon here against a Zeus? Oh, he can pick this scout off. Whew, that's big. But still has no idea about this town center. I would kind of understand this a little bit more if you were facing, if the Hermes came. Because you kind of want your catapeltes against the enemy centaur, because they also get the extra speed from the weightless mace, which makes them pretty close to centaur speed. And yeah, he's checking the town center and now gets the information that a town center has been grabbed. What does Velite do in response? At these vills, don't want to lose them. You got the healer though. Text, what's my text? Who is calling me? Hold on. Oh, good.
Skopos?
Yeah. Nope. Yeah, she's.
Herr Joes?
The crypt's on.
Yuji?
That it? Oh, that's good. Is it a good salad? Oh, that was a good first bite. Jersey Mike's.
Skopos?
No. Alright.
Yuji?
Okay. We weren't there long. 15. Yeah, we went to the library first. We didn't. I had a lot to do in the house. Oh,
Topos? Burek.
Okay, well, enjoy your salad. Okay, bye. The wife's on a shopping trip today. Still has to make sure everything's going good at the house,
Yuji?
which I don't know why it wouldn't be. Maybe she's watching me. Love you, honey. But anyway, what my thought was the best thing for Velite to do here, which it looks like he's doing, is to pressure all of the food sources, because especially with that 5 goat snag that he had, there's not a whole lot of goats here or natural food for Tsompboy.
Έτοιμη. Πρόσταγμα.
He's gonna have to do a pretty early farm transition, which is gonna really impede his army production. But Velite's going for a semi-quick heroic. Really, I think I would have rather just seen him make a little bit more army in classic to completely push Tsompboy off of like resources a little bit better. Now grabbing a town center,
Burek.
which Tsompboy will see with the Pegasus. I like to see the Pegasus, be able to kind of get some additional scouting, see what's going on. Here's some goats that still have not yet been scouted either. Bit of a scary myth unit spam here. The Minotaur's kind of free because they only cost gold here, and you have the 2 gold mines spawn. Watch out, Villies. Oh. Just kidding. Tsompboy should come forward here. He needs to attack. I always kind of felt like the Sky Passage sound effects was like somebody blowing their nose. Just going in and out. Nice to kill this maybe before they can get used again. Okay, now get on the town center. No, get on the town center. You can't chase this. You won't be able to fight the army. Just stay on the town center. Don't worry about this. Why is he retreating? This is kind of his timing to attack is right now. This is getting very improperly read by Tsompboy right now. Is he should be pushing this. Because the immediate Asperities tree, these 2 dryads shouldn't scare you. He should be fighting this. This is the army. I mean, he's got. Oh, what is he doing? It's just very poor tactical decision. He sees the villagers up here, but yeah, there's a sky passage, and you gotta expect that there'd be a sky passage. So he's literally coming all the way over here for nothing, when this army could fight and kill this. Like, definitely a timing here. Because once kind of the Arcus and Cantarius spam comes forward, you're in a bit harder of a position as Tsompboy if you're trying to push. But man, there was a huge opportunity to push through this town center with restoration, and he missed it completely. Aging up Dionysus, so still has a really strong push though coming with bronze and restoration, but he missed his opportunity here. Have a bolt on a bird. Velite he's a little behind where I would have thought he would have been with like economy. or military numbers. So I don't actually know in the end if he's going to be able to hold this at all anyway. Because you still have the restoration and the bronze. So it would be nice to have a sky passage here to run away from this. Actually, we see the restoration now, right? Before the Minotaurs die. One dies. Oh, Velite, you can't fight this, though. It's just too much armor with all these units. Surprised he's fighting this and didn't have like a sky passage just to retreat through. Got the birds though here. Is there a hero? Yeah, there is. Right there. Yeah, this bronze army here is just so strong. And that's it. Wow! Army Corps, not Army Corps. Velite loses that with this kind of home god. I don't know what to think about this one. Well, I know what to think. I just don't know if it's right. I wasn't a fan of the semi-heroic here with Velite. I would have rather just seen him do a full-on pressure onto the hunt and the berries and push Tsompboy completely off of food. Instead, the semi-quick heroic kind of gives him nothing. I mean, I don't know what your dryads give you against a Zeus. You know, maybe go up with Hyperion instead, so you can have a chaos or something. Maybe, I'm not sure, but yeah, this just seemed a little bit disjointed from Velite, where he just sat back and did nothing, got way behind in economy. Just should have stayed one town center. I mean, you can't. If you're going to make a town center, you can't do it 5 minutes later, despite not having any pressure, because now you're basically just saying, okay, you win because I'm 4 or 5 minutes behind in the town center grab, and now you're going to be way ahead in economy, as we can see once. Still actually ahead here, but yeah, once the villagers the farming gets put into place, we kind of have this takeoff. So, wow. Tsompboy taking a 2-1 over. I did not expect Velite to lose with Aranos. All right, remember that in this tournament, once you win with a god, you cannot reuse it, but for this game, both players switch anyway. For a Tundra, Velite with Loki, Tsompboy with Poseidon. Me and Velite played in the regular season. We actually had this same matchup, and he very narrowly beat me. It was a game I likely should have won, but it took a very bad fight thinking I'd win it against the masses of elite Smith units, and ended up losing that big fight where I probably shouldn't have taken it. So kind of interested to see how this goes. See if Tsompboy can win where I lost, or if Velite can push this to a game 5 here. Also kind of want to see what Tsompboy does on this map, or in this matchup. I just like Hippicon. And probably make a few herdmen and Hersier if you're Velite. I'd like to see a hero getting out earlier to get maybe some of the good relics if there are any. Oh, this is really good. You got to get this right away. This is a lifesteal for heroes. You have to take this before Velite gets it, which Velite doesn't even know it's there, so gets it anyway. All right, so we've reached our classical age here. Velite with a
No.
very nice kind of safe base. Ugh. Would have liked to seen him though, just in case. Eat the front hunt first, and then the back hunt, just so there's literally nothing to push. And the centaur is, oh, got the boulder hit off, and the centaur, oh, just dies without even getting a single damage off. It's too bad. You can't, you don't want to lose your centaur like that, because the hit and run with the centaur here is really good. And losing that, you kind of now lose any sort of potential hit and run. But I would like to see Tsompboy being a little bit more aggressive here. Yeah, push these villagers off while he knows all the military units are going to be building military buildings. I would also like to see the other hero from Tsompboy. Not a very expensive unit, and it does well, but you got to be careful. You don't want to lose your Hippicon when you've got the healing technology available. Comes the herdman. But yeah, without your losing the centaur is just such a big problem here, because that's another unit that can kill the herdman. Not a good start. Here's the other hero, just too slow to get out. But yeah, just a little more properly managed with his units, and there could be a lot of pressure put onto this very forward hunt pack here, and he's not going to get it. Switching into some Toxotes here, while getting, oh, we get Olive Thanes already. Infantry have more speed. And hero get what? So this is combined, right? So the hero gets, the Herseer gets plus 5% and plus 10%, correct? That's what I read this as. Because the hero is an infantry unit. At least the Herseer is.
Já, skipan fyrir þar. Já.
What is this text? See the Herseer coming forward for a raid.
Já.
That's the spy on the villagers. I'd kind of like to use this spy on the enemy army, though. Didn't know where it's at. You know, spy probably Atalanta. So you can always see where she is. This Ice in the Forest tech is so cool, too.
Fyrir þar.
So then can get all of this line of sight here. It's almost like a second spy in a way. Get these ones. And really this pressure is just due to Tsompboy losing his first few units, and now he can't, now he's on defensive, when in this matchup I think your Poseidon has to be on the aggressive, or on the aggression, or you lose. But he could actually, Velite could come over here and push this. Yeah, this map's just wide open for Velite now. Velite looking like he's gonna age up, maybe? We're seeing a semi-quick age up through Aphrodite, which tells me maybe Tsompboy wants to transition into some Hippospis, maybe? Not sure.
Skipan.
But Velite will be following here shortly with his age up. Yeah, this whole combining the storehouse is kind of cool until it gets to this point where you've got lots of walking time for some of these villagers, and then it's just not so awesome anymore. Like, yeah, You say 50 wood, but you're gonna cost yourself 50 resources in the long run with all the walking time that all these units have to do. As usual, we're gonna see our fight over the second gold mine. Lose units here. Free. Okay, you got your troll. Oh, where you going? Stay and fight. Aw. Alright, what do we see? Yeah, we are seeing some Hippaspis for Tsompboy. And Velite will just retreat out of here. Got these berries and caribou to fall back to. And some Prodromos. So we're seeing some like counter units coming out from Tsompboy. Prodromos Hippaspis. But he's gonna have to face off against a flaming weapons, right? Yeah. Bleed a little bit slow when aging up here. Am I missing something? Oh, now he's aging up. Oh, he had queued it up and just hadn't started it yet. Getting medium infantry and starting to train some berserks and heroes. We've kind of been in the dark for a little bit as far as what Tsompboy is going to bring to the table.
Λέγε.
Kind of feel like Tsompboy should be, I mean, he doesn't know though, but should maybe be going forward to attack. The downside though, what Tsompboy's got going on here is that he's got 3 types of units, and you can't really afford to upgrade 3 lines here. Like you'd almost rather just have 2 types of units and get like a heavy of one of them. Lion is pretty good. Yeah, might as well use that as before flaming weapons is here. But there's maybe just not enough units. We're up for Velite. I don't even know if he needs it though. Yeah, these units are just so weak because there's nothing heavy about them. Oh, the battle spot on the back. Really didn't need the Prodromos. There just weren't really enough units to have them be worth it. Like, heavier on the Hippaspis. We're out of food. Yeah, the only downside is your Hippaspis do cost 60 food. It's a little bit expensive here. So where does he go? And we still have got the flaming weapons attack here somewhere coming for Velite, and that's gonna be scary. If you're gonna sit back and wait, he could maybe heal up a little bit. He has the army numbers.
Skipan.
Villagers are even. There's like 240 gold left in this for some reason. Oh, we're going heavy on the Hearthier here.
Skipan. Yao.
Miss. Here comes the fight right here. Oh, Tsompboy looking. Oh, he's forward when he shouldn't be. It just doesn't have food to make the enough Hippaspis. So yeah, he's just too far behind. Oh, nice check by the Valkyrie to come up here.
Έτοιμοι.
And we still have flaming weapons. Might as well use it. Yep. There we go. We have a ceasefire. But then we still have flaming weapons active after this for about 20 seconds. Building a hill fort here.
Έτοιμος.
Red's army is getting a little scary with all the Hippaspis here. Almost wonder if Velite waited too long to attack. We do have the first line of upgrades and no armory for red. No hero either right now. Oh, yeah, okay, we got one. Yeah, there's just too many hearse here, not enough Hippaspis is the problem. Okay, get on the trolls. Nice little wall here, but it was just too late to get through it. These trolls just whacked the archers. I like this wall. I didn't like the Prodromos. They didn't really do anything. And in the end, Tsompboy really needed heavy infantry for one of these fights. And he just never had the resources for it. And Army Corps was maybe a little too passive. Would have liked to see an attack a little bit sooner, but it worked for him. And we go to a game 5 here. 2-2. So Tsompboy couldn't beat his Loki just like I couldn't. So at least we are in the same boat. Thank you, Arash, for the follow. Hope you're enjoying. Kind of a quiet time this afternoon. But yeah, just the big first fight and then just absolutely slaughtered here, just behind in techs. And go to game number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one, right? Watering hole. Gaia versus Odin on watering hole. Deletes Odin. Tsompboy's Gaia. Not familiar enough with Norse to really know if this is like a good, bad matchup or otherwise. I think it is important to take a look at the map and see how the water spawned. Certainly, you'd want a more defensive-minded map on the left for Tsompboy. I would imagine he'd be defensive early. Velite probably doesn't really care what his map looks like on his side. More interested to find out what the other side looks like so he can get some raids and stuff in. The graphics change? I don't think so. It might just be the map. I tend to have some of the stuff on lower settings just so I can ensure better performance. I don't have like a Boyd computer, so I quite like that. Might just be the textures. Or maybe the foliage, I'm not sure.
Yeah, skipan.
He needs to be a little bit more careful with his villagers here. There's a lot of path blocking here, and then of course they all shoot at another deer, so kind of wasting just a little bit of gather time here. Yeah, see like they all gotta go around, like he should split them up a little bit. 1, 2 openings into Tsompboy. I think he has to be pretty happy, or maybe 3 technically. Oh, it's 2. Oh, no, there's another one over here. Oh, I guess this is 1 opening. But on the protected side, this is where all the hunt is. So really, yeah, you gotta be pretty happy if you're Tsompboy. You've got a protected gold mine over here, 2 packs of protected hunt. Grabs this town center up here, so going more defensive. We have the undermine just to slow it down a little bit. It's kind of cool effects the undermine has. don't see undermine a whole lot. So that just slows it down, wastes a little bit of resources. But will that mean that Tsompboy doesn't get this town center up? It looks like that's going to be the case. Where we have the heroes running forward and the 9 Harry. Just 3 units. That's for building the Great Hall behind. So that's I guess Army Corps, or Army Corps. I keep calling it Army Corps. Velite's plan coming into here is to anticipate the town center and prevent that, and maybe get Tsompboy off of his boomy game a little bit. The screen's a little too bright with everything explored. All of the oracles, and we aged up via Oceanus. May not have expected the undermine play here.
Yushkopos.
Oracle.
Yuji.
Is he heroizing an oracle to get like oracles? Titan's treasure. Not super good. I guess it does save some resources on aging up as well now. Villagers return resources when they die, and then catapultes and other such counter cav units will get attack bonus, so not terrible. I don't know if you're necessarily going to make a ton of catapultes, well, you probably will. Go up Oceanus, but so far, yeah, we see a couple. So it would have been nice to grab that. Okay, we've got these villagers sleeping. We got all this hunt down here. Where are they going? Oh, he's not. He's going on the town center again. This is risky. And there's line of sight of it too. I think this very much opens up Tsompboy to a heroic age timing attack. Like, you almost go Nord here? Get the trees involved? Or you do Frost?
Tsompboy.
And then yeah, I can't quite push it now. Yeah, certainly it looks like Velite's going for heroic age here. Yep. Getting the armory and the market, because why not? This delayed second town center is too risky for me. So interesting, this actually makes age ups go faster too. What happens if you start aging up before this is researched and then it researches? Guess it doesn't matter. So we've got Nord coming in with a slightly boosted speed. Oh, he's getting his own town center. I think you just gotta go for a one town center all in here. Yeah, kill the Oracle. He's just standing there. Ah, you missed it. Coal mine almost done. I just can't sit still on this chair. Why is Velite not hunting? Oh, I guess he is down here. Never mind. So what does Velite transition to as far as units? Does he go berserks maybe? Or something completely different? He is going up with Nord. So we will have a Walking Woods attack. Yes, he is getting medium berserks. Need to get those upgraded to heavy as soon as we can. Tsompboy is way behind on the military count. There's a lot of idle villagers here. He's got all this hunt that he's just kind of not using. Just get these off the berries. And yeah, this is still, I guess, even grabbing that town center, this is still a scary timing push for Velite here. If you're Tsompboy, you're really worried about this. Bless me. Thank you. What's Velite waiting for? Only medium though. Yeah, you're the trees. Why not use it up here? It's the big push right here. The trees don't really tank a ton, but there's only 2 heroes. Okay, got the trees just to be annoying in the back. Got our big fight here. I don't know if there's enough heroes here to hold if you're Tsompboy. Just garrison, maybe? Fight on the other side? Why don't you just garrison? Go, get it! Okay. Run these away. Another undermine to help kind of damage the town center a little bit. I don't really know how much damage it does. Repair that. Oh, here comes the mountain giant, though. Yeah, this timing push is just too much. The delayed town center grab. Probably not worth it. I mean, if you're Tsompboy, you maybe almost just fall back from this town center and not lose all your units. But at this point, yeah, he's hard stuck in classical age without an army. And the nice big push by Velite, who's got full control of the map. Now he's at 2 town centers, ahead in villagers, way ahead in military. Is there a way to switch this or something? How do you switch view? Does it really matter? Huh? Oh, you can switch views just by clicking up here. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Hey, Demo Noom, that's okay. Yeah, we're on the last game here, and I think Tsompboy just kind of lost a big fight to lose the series here. Yeah, just stay at 1 town center if your first town center is getting delayed the way it did. Then just come out and fight normally, maybe? But yeah, I don't know what Tsompboy's going to do here. I mean, he's going to play on because it's the last game of the single elimination matchup. But he's kind of stuck. Stuck in age 2. No medium though. I would, or heavy. I would like to see Velite get heavy. And okay, it's almost here. Yeah, once the heavy is in, there's really no way that Tsompboy could ever fight this army. So we got the trees. We got the mountain giant. We got a rogue carnivora here. Nice to see some rams in on the action. You don't see those too often. Sure, Ballista will do some work against all these berserks. Another undermine. How cheap is undermine that he keeps getting to use it? And that's it. GG. Velite was down 2-1, comes back and wins the series with undermine starting to freak out now. There it goes. Now it's just gone. Undermine, kind of a cool looking god power. But yeah, what went wrong went right. Velite had some nice unexpected pressure with undermine on the town center. Delayed that. Tsompboy thought he would still build it anyway. He was just too far behind at that point. Velite gets a nice little heroic age timing push, and that's kind of that. And that's the end of the series with Velite taking it very happily, I would think. 3-2. He was behind 2-1 at one point here. Take a look at resources. I'm wondering if that failed town center and grab, how far behind Tsompboy went. Yeah, he did get quite a bit behind. I mean, he still gets that town center earlier, but just too far behind in economy earlier. And that's it. That's how the game ends. That's how the end of the series goes, right like that. Nice series, though. Nice variety of games. So pretty happy about that. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to call it a afternoon. Hope you guys all enjoyed. So my opponent in the playoffs now actually is Velite. So it was a little bit of like a reconnaissance mission for me. See what he's going to do. But thanks for watching, everybody. Everybody take care. I'll catch you all another time. Bye.